Well, we can just open it right up. Any questions about the weekend? Yeah, I mean, at the end of the weekend, it was 7-7, right? So, on the scoreboard, that's what it would definitely appear. I thought it was a tale of two nights. I thought Friday we were clearly the team that carried the play and deserved to win, and Saturday they came out, just had a much more desire, and played really desperate and hard, and they deserved to win. So, but yeah, two good young teams with a lot of underclassmen on them and bright futures. A feeling out process a little bit. Other than I thought that Johnny Walker and Jacob Wilson really just stepped right in and played assertive and played like they've been there before. Our other guys were good, but it's what you expect out of most freshmen, and it's a different pace and a different speed than what they've ever played. And I think when UMass's young team adjusted and came out and played a much faster, more assertive game on Saturday, some of our young guys struggled with that. But overall, it was a really good start for those guys.
How did you feel like the leaders on the team did this weekend, from the captain all the way down to the other?
Really well. I mean, obviously, in the win, they're on the ice for all of our goals, right? So, and then obviously they scored a big game-tying goal in the second period on Saturday night. Did some good things all weekend. They were our best line. They carried us, and I think they'll probably be our best line, most effective line. When you talk about a 200-foot game, that's what they give us, and I don't see that going away. They just approach every day. I mean, today at practice, they were our best line. They just approach every day, and everything that we do collectively with such a good professional approach, and they bring us some great leadership. That's why they all have letters.
Going off that, are you starting to maybe see that starting to rub off on some of the younger players on the team, in particular the freshmen who just joined us?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when it's imperative that you have, and that's what's different about this team is we have established leaders, and it took us 2 years as a new program to find out who they were going to be, and for them to mold their teammates into how we want to mold our culture. But yeah, I mean, that's what good programs do, and essentially is they follow their captains, right? The captains are an extension of us, and we got a great group of leaders.
Last year, a lot about playing 60 minutes. I feel like you got that this weekend. Is that something that really calm down on moving forward?
We didn't get that either night. On Friday we had a chance to really bury them, and we were up 4-1 with 5 minutes left, and let them back in the game. And I had a feeling that letting them back in Friday and letting them make it close there at the end was going to give them some confidence and momentum heading into Saturday, and that's exactly what it did. I think if we finish them off the way we want to, when we have a 3-goal lead, not giving them anything, and maybe tacking one more on and just keeping the pressure on and not changing anything and sitting back. I think Saturday might have been a lot different, because they're a young team, and we didn't really let them do anything on Friday. I mean, they had 16 shots, and they scored 2 goals in the last couple minutes of the game, and that gave them all the momentum they needed, and they rode it, and a credit to UMass, they used it, and they outplayed us Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, Louis, he knows how big he is now. He plays like he's 6'6", 240 pounds every shift, and he makes a difference. He makes an impact. It doesn't matter what zone the puck's in. He's responsible in our zone. He was really good in the neutral. He was good. He was just a really good player for us this weekend. He was probably our best all-around player, and he prides himself on that, just with his commitment to everything that he does with our program on and off the ice. It was only a matter of time before a weekend like what everybody saw translated onto the score sheet for him. And is he going to get 5 points every weekend? No, but he's going to be productive every weekend. He just does everything the right way.
You're going on the road for the first time this season. The first opponent you're going to see is a ranked team. What's sort of the focus going into this week of practice and getting ready to head out on the road, especially for the younger guys who haven't been out on the road yet?
Well, it's exciting. We get to see how our guys, our young team's going to bounce back from a loss that we felt like we let slip away. We really wanted to sweep, and we put ourselves in a great position and didn't make it happen. So hopefully they're going to be hungry, and there's not much we have to change. It wasn't anything with X's and O's. It wasn't anything with our systems or anything like that. We'll continue to polish up what we need, but for the most part, we need everybody going. We had a handful of guys that just didn't want to commit to paying the price. And when you have a collective team on the other bench like UMass, where they had all 4 lines going, they were playing fast, and we just weren't playing as fast as they were Saturday. And when you don't have depth and you only have a couple lines going on the back half of a series, it's going to catch up with you, and it did. They're really good. They didn't lose much. I think they returned 8 of their top 10 scores from last year, and they were a goal away from making a Frozen Four. They did lose their starting goaltender, but the one that they have is very good. He's big. He moves well. He's the kid, ironically, that was in net last year when we did beat him, but he's a really good goalie. And Frank Serratore. He'll have his guys ready. And I think if we commit to working like we did on Friday, we have a chance to go up there and get a win, maybe 2. And if we come out even remotely like we did Saturday, we don't have a chance to win either game because they just play too hard. They play the right way. They're tough to beat at home. They're old. They have a ton of upperclassmen that sniffed success last year and was just a hair away from the ultimate level of success of going to a Frozen Four, and I know that's where they want to get back to. And so we'll have our work cut out for us. It's going to be a great test.
In terms of Joey Hafford, what impressed you the most with him over this weekend as he started back-to-back games?
Well, I think it was great to get him started with a win first and foremost in the first start of the season. His just maturity level is so much higher this year than it was last year, and that comes through experience with all players. But he and I talked this morning, and he had a few goals this weekend that he wants back, and that probably shouldn't have gone in. He's such a good and talented and fundamentally sound goalie. He's going to make big saves. He's too athletic and too good not to. I think his next evolution, and he knows what his next evolution needs to be, is he's got to make all the saves that he should make. And he said, certainly we didn't lose Saturday because of him. He made some monster saves to keep us in the game, but had he come up with a puck on their go-ahead goal that he probably should have had, you never know. We might be sitting here talking about being 2-0. And so I think Joey said it best. He said, that's a game I feel like I could have won for us. And I think he could have won it for us. We certainly didn't lose because of his effort. He held us in it. But as soon as he starts to figure out, he's got to come up with the pucks that he has to, the saves that he needs to make. He's got all the potential in the world. He's going to win a lot of games for us. Thanks.